Okay, you guys, let's try this again. I have fixed this one hopes, and let's see if I'm live. I'm just going to refresh, and there we are. Oh, and good. Look at that. I'm the right way around. Excellent. All right, you guys. So sorry. I am coming to you live. However, sorry, can't use my face because my streaming service isn't working. So here's what I'm hoping. I am hoping against hope that you guys can see and hear me. So I'm going to wait until someone can hop on here and tell me if they can see and hear me. And then I'll be good. So let me see here. See if you can hear me. Somebody? Anybody? Oh my goodness. This is turning into a little bit of a nightmare. But that's, what are you going to do when you live in a shoe? Okay. Well, I'm not going to go ahead with this today if I don't see someone pop on and say that they can see me. Because it means that, oh, good morning, Keisha, hun. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Thank you, Alexina. So Keisha and Alexina can see me. Okay, great. So as usual, Keisha, everything's fine. And one of my friends, who you know, Lori Wilcox, yesterday she texted me and she said, is your Talk Studio working? Mine's not working. And I said, oh yeah, it's working. And I went on yesterday and everything was fine. And I got on there this morning with 10 minutes to spare and it's not working. Good morning, Diane. How are you? So I can't show you my face, but you can see my desktop, and that's what counts. It's the projects that count, okay? All right, so today we're gonna be using Thankful Garden, and this is a fantastic bundle. We've got the stamps, we've got the dies, and we've got masks, okay? And this is retiring, or well, I guess that's what we call it, retiring. It's on the last chance list, let's put it that way. And why isn't, I still can't see what's going on here. I should be caught up here. It says I'm live. Oh my goodness gracious. You guys can see me, you said. So I'm going to trust that you can see me. But I can't. My screen is frozen. This is hilarious. Okay. So let's see. Can we get this sorted? It is a different layout for you. Okay, Keisha, so is it not, what's the word? Is it not landscape? Can you see it? Oh, I think somebody was telling me once that there's something on an iPad that you have to click to get it to, but it looks like it's broadcasting the right way. So I'm just going to keep going, okay? And if you guys can just kind of keep with me, I'd really appreciate it. Let's hope we don't have to do this once and I don't have to redo it. Let's get started before something else goes wrong, okay? Thankful Garden, so pretty, isn't it gorgeous? We're going to be using this stamp, and we're going to be using the die that cuts this out, and we're going to be using the masks, okay? So it's all good, not frozen there, Keisha. Oh, thank goodness. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. All right, so let's start. Okay. I've got a piece, oh, that looks awful. I got a piece of basic white. Now this is the thick. I like using the thick because it gives you a sturdier base, okay? And Diane, stick around to the end because I'm gonna show some kits. And one of the kits, I'm getting a bit distracted, but one of the kits I'm gonna just remind people about is, remember the Christmas ornaments that you wanted last year and they never came back in stock? They're back! And there's a sale starting tomorrow, so they might go on sale. So give me a dingle if you want me to order you something, okay? All right, just wanted to, because sometimes you are so good about coming, but then you have to pop off. So I just didn't want you to miss that one. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Let's give that a little crease, we're good. And then I've got 2 pieces of basic white, and I'm going to stamp that image in Memento, okay? And I like to, when I have a larger stamp, I like to add my ink this way, like tapping it onto my image. And we're going to be cutting this out, so we don't care if it's centered or if it's going the right way. It's not going to make any difference. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, so I've got two of the same image. Now, we're going to grab, I'm going to grab actually a piece of paper here. Little piece of grid paper. Now, this is our old, oh, I hate it. We lost our Stamparatus, but this was the grid paper that went with the Stamparatus, which I love. Okay, so we're going to be using the masks. Let's grab those. If you haven't used these masks, you're missing out because they're fantastic. So they all have numbers on them. There's 5 masks, and in the upper corner, oh gosh, I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to hold them up and let's see if you can see them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's this little notch, so they're up by the notch, okay? The problem for me right now, you guys, is that I am seeing this as you are seeing this, and that means that it's on a delay. So I'm just going to keep talking. So what I want to do is I want to position this on my little grid sheet here, or any piece of paper. It doesn't have to be a grid sheet. And I hope you can see this. I'm just turning this. Go. Okay, so I have positioned the mask, or what we used to call stencils, I guess, when I was a kid, right? Remember stencils when we used to do the letters? Diane will remember. She's my vintage. Like for school projects, and we had this stencil, and you had to trace the letters and create a nice little heading, right? So you're going to put this on top, sort of like a see-through. And then remember I was telling you about that notch? It's over here. So I'm going to put a little mark right here, just like that. And I think I'm going to just do that too. Okay. And I don't think I need to hold it in place with tape, but I'm going to, just for the purpose that everything is going so well this morning that I'm not risking it. So I've got the repositionable tape, and I am going to just tape this down. Okay. All right. Next, I'm going to grab some blending brushes, and I'm going to be using Cloud Cover for my flower. Now, before I start this, I forgot to say this card was, I'm casing this card from one of my team members, Leanne. And do you remember doing that, Keisha? Are you you're too young. You're way too young to have used that, aren't you? Gosh. So you see what I did there? I loaded up my little brush. Now I'm going to take some of that ink off on my scrap, and then I'm going to go over this. So this is basically the entire flower is going to be, and it's such a light touch. That's what I want. I just want a very light touch, okay? All right. Boop. And I think somewhere on my desk, I have another one that I did. Oh, I've got this one. I'll just use, I've got what I did. Well, I stamped it twice. I can't speak. I'm going to be using this little guy too, but I'm not going to do, well, I guess I could do 2 of these, I guess. Although I really don't need to, but let's do it anyway. See, and this time I'm going to be very risque and just look at that. What a pro. Anyway, don't you hate it when your computer doesn't want to work? I hate that. Well, my computer works. It's just this program doesn't work. And I'm getting to the point where I don't know, might have to switch and pay for a more expensive one that actually works. Okay, so now what I want to do, you guys, is I'm looking for number 2, okay? So can you see this idea that you're building the color as you go, right? You can hear my dog playing with her toy. Squeaky. I've never had a dog that loves toys as much as her. So I'm lining up that mask. And there we go. That looks good. So I'm going to do that. And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to tape my piece of paper here. I've taped my image on there too. I don't usually do that. I just sort of line it up, but I'm going to do that. Okay, so there we go. So next, the next mask is going to pick certain areas of the flower. And you can do this in 3 different colors, 2 different colors. I'm just using cloud cover, but I'm going to go in a little bit darker this time. Just a titch darker. Okay. Okay, there we go. And see how that's coming along? Is that pretty? It's just kind of adding more and more dimension just with color. And we got number 3. And by lining it up with the notch, it should actually line up perfectly with the flower. Okay, so I'm lining up my little notch. There we go. And this time I'm really gonna add color. I'm gonna grab a whole bunch of color and make it quite dark. Okay, there we go. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. I love masks. There's a really beautiful snowflake one. Okay, so that's kind of, and I'm holding it like this for longer than normal because I can't see what you're seeing. Okay, next, I'm going to do the leaves. Now the leaves we're going to do in crumb cake. Although we could also do it in basic beige, but I'm going to do it in crumb cake. Or you could use pecan pie, that'd be nice too. All right, grab number 4. We're at number 4, right? Yeah, 4. Again, I'm lining up that notch. And I'm going to tape that down again. The notch is really a good idea for placement. There we go. And I'm going to take quite a light color. Like I'm going to not press too hard. I am going to load up my brush, but I'm not pressing too hard on it because I want it to be light because I'm going to be adding that extra. So for those of you who don't own this, you're going to have to grab it quick because it's on the last chance list. And I did not check, I should have checked this morning to see if it's been reduced in price, because sometimes when it goes on last chance, they reduce it in price. I don't know if anybody knows it's on this call, you can help me out. Okay, I'm gonna line up my notch, and I'm gonna add even more, let's press a little bit harder, so I'm gonna get that darker color. All right, now the good thing about these masks is they just wash off. It's awesome. They just easy to clean up. So that's what we're left with, you guys. That. And that's what we're left with. Can you see that? Just by layering the different colors on. Okay. Now we're going to cut this out, and I didn't keep going with this one. But we'll go back and do that because then you can see how easy this is. And I don't have my notch. And so that's okay. I'm just going to do it by golly here. I think that looks good. Grab my cloud cover. And as I said, each time I do it, I try and lay a little more color than the time before. Okay, and then lastly we've got this one. Oops. I think so. Gosh, it starts to look funny when you just have the last little bits to add. Is everybody still with me? Somebody say something. There we go. Excellent. Okay. All right, so now I've got my 2 pieces, and I'm going to grab the dies. Thankful Garden, Decorative Mask, Last Chance. Keisha, oh my gosh, what would I do without you? dear, dear friend. Keisha's got my answer for me. So the decorative masks are on sale for a couple of dollars off. The Thankful Garden bundle, so that's all 3, is still at $89. And thank you, Keisha. That's perfect. Thank you. Isn't it pretty, Alexina? It's so pretty. So you want to grab it. I hope you guys will stick around to the end of my today because I want to talk to you about something that I'm doing, a fundraiser for something that is sort of close to my heart, because years ago, when I just haven't done it in a while, I used to volunteer at the Christmas Bureau. Christmas bureaus identify families in their communities that need help, and they need help all year, of course, and we've got our food banks and whatnot. It just seems to be something at Christmas, especially with children, that it's felt even more deeply that they don't have, toys under the tree, and families don't have food. So it's kind of something I used to volunteer at all the time. And I'm telling you, it's hard work to volunteer at Christmas Bureau because you got to do the hampers. And you got to walk around and put so much in each one, and then you have to look at the dietary needs of families because they'll fill in an application, and some people, depending on their dietary needs or perhaps their culture, they don't eat certain foods because Christmas bureaus serve all denominations. It's not just for people who may or may not celebrate Christmas, right? Anyway, I am collecting donations. I don't care the amount. I'm suggesting $30 because that will buy a kit. Because the teenage kids, or even like from the sort of the 9-year-old up, they're harder to buy for because the littles are great. They can buy for littles. They can, stuffies and games and whatnot. But those were always the hardest when I worked there. So they would do things like, oh, thanks, Carol. It is, isn't it? It's so amazing. I just saw you pop on there. You saw it? Look at that masking. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah. Anyway, they put makeup in for older kids. But you know what's a great gift for all of them? And it doesn't matter the gender, is our kits. And they're going on sale tomorrow till Wednesday. So I'm hoping to get more bang for my buck. So I'm going to use all the donations to buy kits. My goal is 50 kits. I'm up to 12, I think. Yeah, 10. Sorry, I lied. 10. And what I'm doing is I am also taking any of the commissions that I earn, because we earn commissions, right? I'm taking those and flipping them over and getting more kits. So if you think you can help me, I'd really appreciate it. Well, you're helping the kids, not helping me. What are we doing here? I'm all discombobulated, Carol, because my stream didn't work today. What else is new? These fantastic dies are from the branch out. Here we are. Look at this. Look at these. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these frames. And then these go with the branches from the stamp set, but you can use these without the stamps. I don't own the stamps. So let's cut these. And like I said, if you didn't join me at the beginning, this was a card I'm piecing from one of my team members. She helps me out with making cards for my team. So this is one that she had created a while ago. And I thought, I should recreate that one. All right. Ta-da. Don't you love these? Look at this. They've got the stitching around it, which is really cool. We're getting there, girls. I'd say girls because there's not any guys here. I wish there was, but there's not. Okay. Now I'm going to take this smaller one. Here is another item that is on the last chance list. Painted Textures 3D embossing folder. Okay. By the way, you guys, so much stuff to talk about. You can join my team this month for like $48, and you can pick $165 worth of stuff. Like, it's crazy. It's like a fire sale. I love it. Okay, so here I am embossing the basic beige. This is Cloud Cover Basic Beige. I had a whole plan for today. I was going to sort all my stuff that's retired and put it in alphabetical order and get it ready for sale. And now I'm going to be stuck fixing a computer problem. That's what happens. What is it? Life happens when you're looking the other way or something? Just when you think, I don't know. What is that saying, you guys? Life happens when you aren't looking? I don't know. Okay. So those are my two pieces. Okay. Now, let's grab that base and let's start assembling this. Just going to scoot down here. Oh, no, Carol's the last person that commented. So I'm up to date, I think. Who's got a favorite kit? Or maybe you're one of these people that thinks, oh, I don't need kits because I'm a stamper. These are for beginners. No. They are for everybody. They make awesome gifts. They make gifts, awesome gifts for any age. I'd say 5 and up. 5-year-olds would probably need help with kits, but that's part of the fun, is right? Playing with the kits. Now, what am I going to do here? I am gluing this one down. Let's glue this puppy down. So this is the full flower. Okay. And, oops. And here we go. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Man's very talented. The one I did with the dog. Oh, is that the one with the, what's it called? Pals? Something Pals? Yeah, I'm gonna remind everybody about that one. Thanks, Keisha. I'm gonna show some samples in a minute. We're gonna use dimensionals to pop up remember the extra one that we cut? Give it a little bit of dimension there. And we're gonna put some linen thread on it. Dogs. That was, dogs were, favorite of Jane Goodall, the chimpanzee researcher. Years ago, I went to a talk, and there were 3 women who, Dr. Lecky, is it Lecky? Tasked with studying primates, and one was the orangutan, and one was the chimps, and that was Jane Goodall, and one was the gorillas, and that was Diane Fossey, right? And years ago, I went to a talk, a local talk for the woman who lived with the orangutans. Baruke, I can't remember her last name. She has I think it's Romanian. She's Canadian though. I don't know if people know that. She's a Canadian. And her talk was so inspiring, learning about orangutans and their habits and how we're similar to a lot of animals in the animal kingdom, right? You know, right? Thanks, Carol. Okay, so I'm wanting to put on some of these, but these are the wrong colors. Maybe this one. Yeah, I think maybe this one. So these are muted palette dots. Okay, muted palette dots. Sounds good. These ones, I don't know if these are supposed to be cloud cover, but they kind of look like cloud cover, so I'm going with it. There. Always do it in threes, right? Okay. So let's move all this stuff out of the way. And we are left with our pretty card. Is that pretty? Simple. So remember, go grab that bundle. Now, the amount, then I don't know. It's probably still cheaper to buy it as the bundle, even though it's not on sale. Yeah, it would be, because everything would be 10% off, right? Yeah. You get $9 off, so that would be good. All right. So I'm going to show you some of the, yes. Isn't it subtle? It's so subtle, Alexina. I agree. Okay, so let's remind ourselves of some of the kits. I have a playlist on YouTube with all the videos of the kits, okay? So check it out. So this one's for Diane. Remember this, Diane? You couldn't get it last year. So the ornaments, the Christmas ornaments, and these could be on sale tomorrow. All the kits are on sale. I just don't know how much. Up to 30% off, but I don't know. And then we got, this is a fairly new one. Thank You Kindly. And it's very simple. It's a non-stamping kit. So this is great as a gift for people. I don't think I'll get this one for the Christmas Bureau because it's a little bit old, you know, for older people. Not older, but you know what I mean. It's actually quite elegant and can be used as thank you cards for wedding, I think, because the actual envelopes are, I don't know how to describe it. What am I trying to say? Textured, I guess, right? So that's one. I'm not going to show you them all today because it'll make you dizzy. This one's pretty. Oops, grab. This one's pretty, called Alpine Air. It is a kit that we're going to use stamp. Isn't it gorgeous? Love this. You want to order it, please? Okay, Di, I'll call you after I'm finished here, okay? Make sure. Whoop. I'll get that for you. And it might be on sale tomorrow. So, of course, we'll wait for tomorrow to order it. These are pretty, eh? Alpine Air, okay? These are all still available. I checked before I came out to make sure that you guys could still get these. This one's really pretty. This is Birthday Fancy. Now, this is a great kit. It's got, I don't know, 12 cards or something, and they're all different. These are just 3 of them. Isn't that pretty? Now, this would be a good one, I think, for the teenagers, right? Because they send it to their friends for birthday card. This is the one I think you like. I think this is the one you like, Keisha. Is it? Pop-up friend, pop-up pals. You're my best friend. Look at this. There's the dog. So cute. So cute. Have a magical birthday. Unicorn, come on. Love that. It's your birthday, go bananas. Love that. You're dynamite. This is cute. Look at that with the mouth of the, what is that? It's the plant eating one. I used to know them all because my kids love dinosaurs, but now I can't remember. It's not a triceratops, is it? Maybe. I don't know. It's a test. I don't know. Maybe it's a triceratops. What other one can I show you? This is really pretty. This one here is gorgeous. If you haven't seen this one, check it out. It's called Maritime Moments. Look at this. And this is also non-stamping, so you could give this as a gift for people who don't stamp. They just have to assemble these. Aren't they gorgeous? Love this. And it's got that masculine one to a great guy. Again, I'm not going to probably get that one for the kids. This one's fun. Ooh, love this one. Welcoming Garden. Look at this. This is stunning. Look at this. Definitely going to get that Pop-Up Pals one. That would be great for younger kids. And easy to put together. Ha, did she? Yeah, you and I talked about that. You thought, oh, rock, paper, scissors, that's so cute. Well, I'm glad she won it. You probably would have given it to her anyway. You're such a good auntie. Okay, this one's pretty. How about this one? Beautiful Blues. How gorgeous is this? Again, this is not, you don't have to know how to stamp to do this one. So as much as I'd like to get a stamping one, I think I'm going to stick a lot to the ones that aren't, because I'll get more bang for my buck tomorrow when I order them. This one's called So Much to Celebrate. Congratulations. Best wishes. Aren't they pretty? Those are pretty. And I'm not sure. I've got some ones that I've never opened, and I'm going to add those to my donation. What do you guys think, though? Oh, this is one. It's nice. I'm not sure because they'd suit kids. Unopened, never used paper pumpkins, but they're Christmas themed, and I'm worried they won't get them before Christmas, and so, but I guess they could still make them. These are pretty. So you undo this, and this opens up, and it says, "So very grateful." This is called Bunch of Thanks. Isn't that pretty? All right, so that gives you a kind of a look into some of our kits. And that's not even all of them. So, yeah, really cool. All right, so that is my card for today, you guys. And if you feel like you can support my toy drive for the Christmas Bureau, I will be taking them to the Lower Mainland Christmas Bureau because it serves the Lower Mainland. And it's a very sophisticated one. It's run by excellent staff and volunteers, and you can make an appointment to drop everything off. And I really want to do it that way in one place. And what else was I going to say? I'm kind of the mind, I don't know, some people, I understand this, don't get me wrong. I do understand that some people would like to have it in their own community. But I'm always of the mind, there's needy people. Well, needy, I don't like the name needy. There are people that are facing challenges perhaps for the first time in their lives, and maybe they'll get out of that and they're just stuck. We saw lots of people at the Christmas Bureau, believe it or not, who were, for circumstances, gave them a hard knock. And then, a few years later, they were back on their feet doing their thing, and they came back and donated and helped out. So it really is a pay it forward kind of place. Anyway, that's my public service announcement. So does it matter where kids live as long as we're helping kids, right? That's kind of my theory. Okay, so there's our card. And I really appreciate your patience today, you guys. Holy, having to deal with this. Now I'm trying to figure out, I'm looking at my, because I'm filming this on my phone. I'm like, how do I hang up? Okay, I figured out how to hang up. You guys are the best. I really appreciate it that you hopped on here and dealt with a little bit of chaos at the beginning. You guys have a great rest of today. It's a nice fall day where I live. Hope it is where you are too. Actually, if you're in Toronto, it's hot. It's like 26 degrees or something. My daughter says it's awful. It's too hot. She wants to wear a sweater. Oh, hi, Marilyn. Thanks so much, hon. All right, you guys, you take it easy, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye for now.